In this video, I show you how to create great sounding fingerstyle riffs on guitar in the style of Travis picking. Travis picking is a great way to fingerpick guitar and can be heard in the style of players such as Merle Travis, Chet Atkins, and Tommy Emmanuel. Hi, this is Simon Candy from acousticguitarlessonsonline.net, and in this lesson, which is an excerpt from a masterclass I presented live in Chicago, you learn two key fingerstyle riffs that are used in Travis picking all the time. I'll break each riff down for you before showing you how to apply them to actual music for a great sound. So let's get into it.
So what I want to do now is have a look at just a couple of ideas or a couple of licks I've come across in Travis picking arrangements before. So this isn't so much Travis picking, but it fits in nicely with the style within the context of Travis picking. So what I'm going to do, I've got the first riff, which I don't need that. The first riff is going to be connecting a D to a G chord. Okay, so we're going to be working on a D, little block chord, little fragment, down to the equivalent G voicing down here, fragment of the root 6. And we're on a D chord at this point, and we're connecting two Gs. So we're really in D mixolydian here, okay? D being, mixolydian being the fifth mode of G major. If that confuses you at all, you can just think G major. But what I'm doing is I'm going to play little triads, diatonic triads here, descending down to the G. So if we were just playing the harmony, it'd be G, D to G, all right, that sort of thing. Except what we're going to do is we're going to be connecting down with a little chord scale, if you like. So there's a couple of ideas you can do here. So one is to hold the chord shape and do a little forward roll. So this is sort of referring to a banjo technique where you use your thumb, index and middle fingers to do a little forward roll, and I'm just working up the strings 4, 3, 2, and then my thumb is going to come and play the top string, so I get this, right? So thumb, index, middle, thumb. And you might make it a little sort of staccato or percussive in a sense. It doesn't necessarily all have to ring through. And I'm just going to work down these chords and do the same thing on each chord. So when it's a minor shape, which it needs to be for B and A minor in the context of G, I still do the same pattern. So okay, now that's the basic idea. How can we apply it? Many ways. I will take the backcycling dominant chord progression that I was using earlier, the E9 to the A7, D9, G7, and so E's the chord. First two bars are E, so I'm going to be coming down E mixolydian, coming from A major, and connect to my A major chord, and at that point we're on the A chord here, and I'm continuing down, and that last little chord there is in an open position. It's the minor shape just in an open position. So that's covering the E and A, okay? Okay, so that's my E into my A. Then we go to D, so we just come back up to the D chord, and we follow the same little pattern here of connecting D to G like we did in isolation before. Now I could continue down, but I'm going to run out of fretboard here for my G chord, and I could put it onto other strings, but there's another little pattern, if you like, that you can use where I'll use a G. That's the top part of an A minor 7th there. That's a diminished, B flat, diminished into the G7. So it's a nice little connection of G to G to G7. So applying that same technique. thing. So think of that chord progression, and I'll just play through the whole thing, right? So we go. Okay, so it's just working through our back cycling dominant chord progression, and it's just one lick you tend to see a little idea that's not so much Travis picking, but sounds good in the context of doing that, which I'll put these into a little bit more of an extensive example shortly. Now, the second lick is actually very similar. Instead of playing the triad like this, down to the G, I'm just going to take the sixth out of that, harmony of a sixth. Okay, so I've got an F sharp to a D, so it's a sixth harmony, E to C, sixth, major and minor sixths, working diatonically down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to approach the lower note in that harmony chromatically, right, by three frets, so two below. And then play the higher note of the harmony. So I'm playing the harmony separately, two notes, one after the other, but approaching the lower one chromatically from 2 frets below. And then I continue to do that as I go down. Okay, so, and with my thumb, what I'm doing with those notes here is I'm alternating, I think, between thumb, index, thumb, and then you could choose either your middle or your ring finger to play the top note. I do both, just depending on the tone. You do get different tones with different fingers, so it just depends on what you want to hear. But in the lower part, it's definitely thumb, index, thumb, which is all indicated, I'm sure, in the handouts there. Okay, and taking that and applying that, let's do that with the progression we had before for the embellishments and the chord voicings that we're doing. So it's the D7, A7, E7, and A7 chords. So D7, so now my next chord's A7, so I'm going to get into this A7 shape here, or A7 harmony, or A, I should say. And this one is actually going to move forward. So instead of continuing down, I'm going to go, which is a common little movement with 6 harmonies on the guitar, where you're playing up the scale and connecting chromatically between these two shapes here. So it's just so that I can move forward with this lick as well as back, descending. So I've got my D and my A. Then my E was my next chord in this progression. So I'm just going down, and I'll continue down. And just at the very end there, with the A, I had to move to string sets 2 and 4, because I run out of space down here. Okay, so you can do it on different string sets. It's if you know sixths, which I'm sure a lot of you would, it's a very common harmony on guitar. It's just a cool way that you can play a sixth with using your thumb or thumb pick and playing through. So I'll just connect that together just fluently. It's the progression again that we were doing just earlier in the embellishment section. So it's a D, A, E, A. Okay, so using the same little idea as the first lick.
If you would like further help with your finger picking, the kind of help that gets you the results in the most direct, efficient, fun way possible, then check out the Ultimate Fingerpicking Guitar course, a complete system for fingerpicking acoustic guitar, so simple even a beginner can learn it. I've carefully designed this course to do all the heavy lifting for you, as far as knowing exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it in regard to mastering the art of fingerpicking guitar. All you have to do is follow the pathway I've laid out for you. In the Ultimate Fingerpicking Guitar course, you will learn and master all the key concepts, methods, strategies and techniques needed for fingerpicking, so you'll never put your guitar down in frustration again thinking, how the hell do I do this? Have your hand held every step of the way with the ultimate fingerpicking guitar course. It will take you from wherever you are right now with your fingerpicking to where you would like to be, enjoying every part of the process along the way. Click the link in the description below this video and check out the ultimate fingerpicking guitar course. Let me know in the comments section what guitar topics you would like to see covered in future videos. I read every comment and I would love to hear your suggestions. If you like this video, then hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the all-important notification bell button so YouTube can tell you when I've released a new video. This is Simon Candy from acousticguitarlessonsonline.net. As always, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate your time and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.